Now, more than a year and a half after the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, there are more questions than answers. Authorities have yet to release official reports on the police response that day. 3 media companies decided to share their own investigation. ProPublica teamed up with the Texas Tribune and Frontline to review hundreds of hours of footage and audio. In their reporting, they found evidence the kids inside the classroom reacted to their active shooter training better than the responding officers. As soon as shots were fired, the kids turned off the lights, sat away from the doors and windows, and remained completely silent. They did what they were supposed to do. Trial attorney Stephanie Sherman joins us live now. She filed the first federal lawsuits on behalf of families in Uvalde back in September of 2022. Stephanie, thank you for your time. And I first want your reaction to these new findings. I mean, we knew the police response was a failure, but is this just painting a worse picture?
There are some things I learned in that last night, and I think the most essential thing is just what you said, Lauren, is that the children actually performed better than the police who are trained, and that's their job. They were the ones that responded by being quiet, by doing what they were told, calling 911, passing along information to the chief there, telling Chloe Torres, for example, telling dispatch where she was, what room, and what was going on. And so that to me is incredible that number of children were able to follow their training. And the police didn't do any of that. And that's exactly what they signed up for.
And just another detail to continue on some of the revelations that came out of this reporting was that they were doing what they were told to do so well. It was reported that the officials or the authorities who were coming into the building didn't even know, they weren't sure if kids were actually still in the school. That was just another detail that really stood out to me. You know, the official findings of the police investigation have still yet to be released. What does that indicate to you?
That indicates to me foul play, because this case has been pending for over a year and a half. And that is public information. The DPS has public information that they're holding on to. And I'm grateful that these news agencies have gotten in there, filed lawsuits to get this stuff, because we've just been hit with wall after wall and obstacle after obstacle. And that's the very reason that our cases are stalled. We can't move forward because we don't have all the evidence, because they will immediately file motions to dismissing our cases unfairly when we don't even have the basic evidence to prove their liability. We already know a lot, but what are they hiding?
And, you know, a detail here is some information had come out, but it was heavily redacted, and a court, you know, extended the time that the agency had to, you know, continue working on that. But of course, more than a year later, I see your point about how this has a ripple effect, because you're working with families. You filed on behalf of several families, suing law enforcement agencies, gun manufacturers. Where do the cases stand?
The cases stand at a standstill, because we cannot move forward right now because there is a total lack of evidence. And not only that, these are very challenging cases because you are going against the government, suing the police, suing the school district, and those require filing a civil rights case. And that is a very, very difficult, challenging case. It's not like a car wreck case with simple negligence. We have to climb a burden that for many lawyers is completely insurmountable. And that's why there haven't been that many cases filed. There's only been a handful of cases filed. And in fact, my case is at a standstill right now because I need the reports. I need what the DPS has, because I get one shot. Once they file that motion to dismiss and I respond, that's it. I don't have another chance. And we have children that are suffering, families that are suffering. This is a lower income community. Children who don't want to leave the house, children that don't want to go to school. So that time is essential. And with post-traumatic stress disorder, time is important, because that means these kids are without treatment and without care.
With the case that you are representing, how is the family reacting to the fact that this is at a standstill, reacting to the fact that the information needed to move forward in just the process of justice is held up right now? What are they telling you?
They're frustrated. They feel that this is just another way to throw a wrench in this, because already, you know, there were so many errors in this situation, so many things that went wrong, so many ways their children weren't protected, even before the shooter walked into the school. And now we have a complete cover up. We have them concealing material evidence that we need to move forward. And so that you already have victims, and now you're extending and exacerbating their pain by making us feel victimized again. You can't have this information because we won't give it to you. And that's not right. In any other type of lawsuit, that simply is not tolerated.
These families' lives have changed forever. No time is going to heal that. And you're talking about, you know, really the access to resources and that aspect it is. But, you know, this is just something that's it. It's changed forever. And when Scripps News had gone back to Uvalde, as recently as this past election, our Addie Guajardo had spoke with Kimberly Montarrubio, who she ran for mayor of Uvalde. She lost her daughter, Lexi, in the shooting. And this is what she had to say after losing the election to become mayor. Let's listen.
Nothing changes as far as like the local level. I'm going to continue to fight for transparency and accountability and holding officials responsible that day accountable. And then as far as, you know, state, federal level, again, so advocating for change to help save lives in Lexi's honor.
You know, she's one of many who want to continue, of course, to apply the pressure over this situation. So separate from the legal aspect from the court, what have you seen from the community after a year and a half? You know, where are they now when it comes to navigating this chapter?
Well, I think it's interesting in the documentary that, to me, it was very apparent that these police officers were not prepared to deal with an AR-15. They were not prepared to go in there. They didn't have the right equipment. They didn't have a way to protect themselves. And it would have been a complete and total devastation of all of those officers. Now, I understand that they had a responsibility to protect life and they have to go in. But hearing their concern and hearing my clients' concerns, they don't want these guns in their community. They don't want AR-15s near their school. They don't want guys to be able to walk into a school and terrorize their children. It's unbelievable. They are devastated. They want change. They want things to change. They want to be protected. And what's worse is that in Texas, a school doesn't have a duty to protect your children under the law because they have this immunity. So something has to be done to create a protective barrier around these children and teachers so they can go back to learning.
Stephanie Sherman, thank you for joining us today. And folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.